appreciate. I struggle to be surprised.
I was caught off guard, but I should not have been. A fog set in and I could not see the forest before me. Old friend. Long ago, we stormed this sea of wagons under winter's blanket. You have stood at my side for many long years.
Proudly, brother. Come. Let's share the balm of all torment, the soothing liquid of chaos.
The ceremony hastens to start. Let's not keep the crowd waiting.
Eivor! Yes, let us go. To inscribe our names in history. No more pulling strings. This throne and its burdens are mine.
Well, at least he wasn't pissed off.
Go on, steady your balls. And ask her to shake asses with you. I've never danced with anyone.
Enjoying the festivities.
Wolf-kissed, yes. Happy to be here.
The crowning of a new king. It's not something I've seen disclosed.
Moira, how are things in Wike?
I get by. There will always be those who dislike me, but how I handle their ire is up to me. So yes, things are mostly well.
Save some meat for the rest of us, Farid.
I have to thank you, Eivor, for your counsel, for your blade. All this would not be possible but for you.
You mean more to your king than you know. Take this goblet.
No, you keep it. Gifting him a goblet from the spoils of battle was a ritual between Halfdan and I. This one should be yours.
I have a new brother, much like Halfdan. Not by blood, but through the battles we fought, hand in hand. Through him I've learned that battle bonds run deeper than blades can cut. I'll never forget that lesson.
The words of a poet. Now let us drown ourselves in mead, for friendship.
I like your puppy.
Have you had enough fun? My crowning must come soon.
I'll save some for later. Let's make a king of you.
To Eivor and the Raven clan of Mercia, our newest ally in blood and glory!
To Halfdan, king, I lift my horn and raise my brow to speak this praise. Crown spire, stout oak of Valkyries, spinner of battle wisdom. Long may you live and rule. Skull! Moira, what is this metal? It's soft, like Roman pipes.
Ah, that's lead. A toxic metal.
And was it lead that drove the Romans mad? Can metal do this to a man?
Oh, God in heaven, yes. The Romans knew this well. And my poor mother, she drank from cups like these for so long.
You... All these years you gifted me poison! You gifted me madness!
Old friend, please. Your sickness has clouded your judgment.
This sickness was no accident. I trusted you.
Sheath your weapon, Farid.
Eivor, make this man see sense. He's old, sick, and his mind is unclear.
Horse shit! You want me dead, you lying shithog? I was a fool to not see it!
That's what I was thinking.
Treason must never go unpunished.
After all we did together? After all we won?
If any of my clan committed such a betrayal, I would rip his flesh from his bones.
You are not the warrior you used to be, old friend.
Kill him! Feed him to the wolves!
Look at him, Eivor. Is this how a leader should behave? Halfdan, come to your senses.
The end of our road. Stand, you treasonous bastard! Stand and fight me!
Old friend, do you remember the days we raced our horses across the length of this land? You were always faster. You always won. Because I let you win, my Jarl. So I will let you win one last time. We will meet once more in the corpse hall.
Halfdan, it's time I go. I'm leaving for Mercia, going home.
And go with this. A sign of friendship. A bond between our clans, a symbol of the pain and suffering it took to win the peace.
I hope we were right about him. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Do I think he did it on purpose? I will say he did not look surprised when we said that the lead was driving him mad.
Yeah, he was defiant, kept sending why was he continuing to send goblets? Why not something else?
Mm-hmm.
When we offered him the goblet back, he was like, nah, that's yours.
Yeah, he didn't want the goblet.
Right.
So, it was probably one of those things where he, you know, it's kind of like those stories where the wives want to kill their husbands, so they poison them slowly with, God, what's that really common poison that they use, where it never leaves your system, it slowly builds up and eventually kills you, but sometimes it can take like years.
I know, like cyanide poison. That's not therefore. It builds up over months. Heavy metal poisoning.
Yeah.
Obviously resin and heavy metal.
Yes, one more. And only because you all have such good taste.
Arsenic?
Hello there.
Maybe, yeah.
Arsenic poisoning.
What do you have today?
Wow, your shit always sucks, dude.
I will see you later, friend.
Not
go
once
on,
has he
I'll
had
still be
anything
here.
really cool.
Just
You
one more,
bought something
and
once
only
just to
because
see
you all
what
have such
the
good
like
taste.
experience or whatever
Now,
was like. And it
this,
wasn't
this one.
Yeah.
The Wolfka! So glad to see you.
Yay! I'm so glad I kept that wolf instead of killing it.
Yeah. I'm glad we named
Hello,
it
Eivor.
It's silly.
You and Petra chasing a white elk in the woods high as wispy clouds. Impressive. Never seen anything like it.
Okay, cool.
So now we just have the wildcat.
I must take my leave. So long.
Say hi to Petra if you see her.
But the early sign behind.
I know, right?
It was not rubbish. I intended to use it. Please, calm down.
Another one of these.
Randvi, what is this?
Another dispute, I'm afraid, with Holger stirring the pot once again. Will you sit in judgment?
Judgments are the burden of a Jarl. This is Sigurd's duty now.
He refuses to leave his quarters. Right now, you are the only noble fit for this.
I don't know. It is not my place.
Please. Only until Sigurd recovers his strength.
No way.
All right. Once more.
I so wouldn't.
Gudrun, Holger, come forward. You will state your cases, and I will hear you out and be as swift in my judgment as I am able. Gudrun, you may speak.
I have been robbed, Eivor. My property defaced. 3 days ago, I discovered some of my sailcloth missing. I scoured the settlement in search of it. Passing Holger's home, there I see it. Boldly displayed and worse, defaced, with scrawls and silly stories upon it.
Lies and slander!
Holger, quiet. You're well acquainted with the rules of this trial. Now, Gudrun, what did you do upon discovering your sailcloth?
I confronted him, demanding silver. For sil with Holger's inky scratching cannot be sold or bartered, can it? I ask only that I be paid for the property that was taken from me, yet he refuses.
So Holger took something that belonged to you and defaced it. Now you wish to be paid for the item. Do I understand?
That is right.
Yeah, this is the guy who shaved an entire horse.
Yeah.
Holger, what say you in your defense?
Short days ago, I found a pile of mildew-stained detritus beneath the docks, and salvaged what I could. I wished to use it as a canvas, you see? As a conveyance for my latest works. The sailcloth was in such a state, and so obscured from view, I assumed it was refuse, abandoned goods.
I see.
My motives were honest, Eivor. Would a thief be so brazen as to display the fruits of his crime? Hardly. Yet here she claims I have robbed and defaced her property, when all I took was rubbish left by to rot.
Nonsense.
My only crime here is that I gave something ugly and decrepit a bold new life.
I see. So you feel Gudrun disposed of something and now unreasonably seeks its return.
Exactly, yes.
All right, I have heard enough.
I might have profited from that cloth. Holger has all but robbed me of a future boon.
It was garbage. Yet now it's a part of something greater. If anything, I have increased its value. You ought to thank me.
Oh, I will thank you with the back of my...
Quiet! Let me speak.
Which person was which?
Holger is the one that.
Holger is the painting guy?
Yes.
After careful thought, it is clear that...
What is this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what I think.
Holger and Gudrun are at odds. I hope to find a resolution.
That duty is mine alone, Eivor. You know this. Stand aside.
You were not here, brother. Nor did I wish to bother you.
A sallow excuse for such a bold defiance. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you finished singing, my dear Skald? My Jarl, as I was saying, Stop! Enough!
I have heard more than enough to render my judgment. For as long as I've known you, Holger, you have spun words into lies. You weaken the minds of children, and delude the minds of men. I've shown you too many years of tolerance. And rather than exist in grateful meekness as Holger the liar, you sink lower. You become Holger the thief, robbing a woman of her livelihood, all in the name of your stupid stories.
Sigurd, Jarl, no, that is not the...
This is the consequence of your actions. You will pay Gudrun the value of 30 sailcloths.
30 times? Surely you jest. That would ruin me, Sigurd.
Do I look like one to play pranks, Holger? Pay the fee, or be exiled.
Great, Jarl. If I may, I seek only compensation for a single sailcloth. The rest is...
30 times! In silver! That is my judgment.
Eivor, please. Does this not seem unfair?
It's unfair, but I feel like you have to support it. Eivor's low. Like, at least tell me what your instinct.
I want to do both.
Well, I've told you what I'd like to do, but this is not mine.
God damn. I'm so glad there's not a time limit on this.
Tell me what you're... At least hold up fingers you're gonna... Oh, I don't.
God damn it.
Sigurd is our Jarl. His word is law, whether or not you agree.
You see?
Of course, my all. As it must be. Forgive my defiance.
Thank you, Lord, for hearing us out.
See to it that judgment is carried out exactly as I have said. Should the need arise again, do not fail to rouse me.
Thank you, Lord. And please, do not let this blunt our friendship.
Nobody understand. You will well within your rights.
I don't think he deserves to have to pay for 30. I think that it sucks. He shaved the horse, he keeps taking stuff, but like...
I think if I had actually been able to make the decision, I would have said you need to pay twice the price.
Right.
Because it's like, you've done this once before. You know we don't allow you to just go and take shit.
Right.
So now pay twice the price of the sale as extra punishment. If you do this again, it's going to be 3 times the price of whatever you steal.
Right.
Good day.
No, it's not.
I want to thank you for your judgment, Eivor. For stepping in when Sigurd would not, in spite of what happened.
Poor man. I've never known him to be so angry and reckless. Is that a side you've seen?
Rarely. There have been moments when he was distressed, worried, afraid. But nothing like this. Never, ever like this.
Let us do our best for him as we take care of our own. We're his best hope for healing.
If it is not too late. In the meantime, we press on.
I entered Jorvikshire to meet Halfdan Jarl, and I left a friend of Halfdan the King. We have an oath at last.
Good. Very good.
I fear I'm going to have to stop him at some point.
I want to see the Alliance map.
That's why I'm trying to play nice. Like, my thought is play nice now because flying him isn't going to be helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Floweyshire.
Oh, this place is going to be the last place. Hamptonshire. Because I haven't done Hamptonshire yet. I did Winchester inside.
What transpires in Gloucestershire?
You may have noticed that Gunnar has disappeared from his forge. He has traveled to Gloucestershire in search of a wife.
A wife?
He is in love.
When did this happen?
When doesn't this happen with our dear lovelorn blacksmith? But there is a bright side. He has asked you to join him.
Join his search for a wife?
And see that he does not make a fool of himself. I believe he thinks that your presence would bolster his image.
I like it.
So my job is to get Gunnar laid. And married.
All right, I'll be Gunnar's keeper. If only to bring him back in one piece.
Very generous of you. Make for the town of Gloucester. You will find him there.
Gloucestershire.
Glowyshire.
Ugh. We're gonna call it Glowyshire, yeah.
Don't let her or anything.
Nah. Dude, look at that bear. Ugh, that bear head is enormous. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's fucking terrible.
I think he just showed up too. I saw someone walk by.
That's the poet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's him. Dude, your art's so
Elementary.
subjective.
It's so subjective. Sorry, where are you?
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Bonum fortunum in your travels, Eivor.
Looks like the last couple that I get, the last one or two I get from the final zones are gonna be it.
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll just brush me.
Yeah. Yeah. Very awkward. Man, that's rough.
This one begins
30 times. Ugh.
at a desert oasis.
Hello. Need something forged?
Good day. Is Gunnar about, or did he leave and not mention it?
My name is Rima, and Gunnar is a good friend of mine. Asked me to run his shop while he's away.
It is good to meet you, and strange to see Gunnar away from his forge.
Well, as far as I know, he's got a very compelling and beautiful reason for his absence. So here I am.
Well, if Gunnar has faith in you, I do too.
Then I say you have fine taste. Have a look at what I've got.
I like this lady.
I have to go. See you soon.
So long.
Alright, Glowyshire. Detection. Fight or flee? Who flees? That's a really good point.
Yeah.
People with raven armor. Sorry, raven armor havers. You flee. Okay. Manstone. Man.
It sounded pretty manly jumping. So. Yep, I believe it.
I'm a man. Jeebus. It's now pronounced Gloucester. Or Gloucester. Looks like Glowyshire to me. I thought it was a sheep. I was all like, what is this sheep angry at? Mama. God, it's such a good cartoon. That's one of 3 cartoons I have downloaded.
Yeah, I have it on my computer.
I have Lambert the Sheepish Lion, I have What's Opera Doc, and I have, The Cat Came Back. Yeah, thank you.
I was like, why does he sign so hard? And I looked at the
Okay, this one's not quite as high. Man, we are off to a start.
That was my pen.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Blah. The game's all like, what about the other rock? And I'm all like, fuck that rock. I don't give a shit about that rock. I'm gonna chunk that rock. Fuck this thing. I'm out. Alright, I want to fight the kitty. Where's the kitty? You're a bunny. Get out of here. I'm gonna chase that butt. I'm gonna chase that butt. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And the bunny's like, no, don't get it. Oh, I kicked him. Alright, you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
Trying to rap. You get it. You get it. I don't know how to rap. Just in case you were confused. I know I was very convincing. Choked on my spit. It most certainly did. Hey, it's a regular mission. Hey.
Fucking shit!
Your baby is coming. Where's the nearest healer? I will take you.
No need for a healer, love. Just get to the top of that hill. I can do the rest.
What? All the way to the top? And you intend to go alone in your state?
Yes! Ah! I'll roll my fat corpse up this hill if need be.
It's too far to carry you like this without hurting your babe. I shall have to take you by horse.
You need not help me, but who am I to look a gift Dane in the mouth?
It is dishonorable to leave a pregnant woman to the elements. Why does the baby's father not come to you?
The baby's father is a god. Mockers of the wood saw me on solstice and wooed me with his song.
You laid down with a god.
Aye, is that so shocking? Mary grew Christ from the touch of God. I heard of a Dane god who lay down with a horse.
Loki, and he was also a horse at the time. You didn't get mounted by a horse god, did you?
No, it was very much a man. A godly man, definitely not a mortal.
Can you use your bird?
Show me.
No.
Maybe that?
Maybe?
Very much a man. A godly man, definitely not a mortal. But I didn't see him by light of day, so who knows?
Well, obviously not this one, because she jumped off.
You have to get off and back on.
Maybe we'll follow the road.
Picked up our trail. Hold on.
Yeah!
Oh, she pointed.
Oh.
Picked up our trail. Hold on.
Child out of wedlock. Oh, I should raise the babe out here. Safe from town gossip. Raising it as a bastard. How they'll talk. Lying with woodland gods and living out in the wilderness. I should become a witch. What do you think, love?
Is that all it takes to become a witch?
We're not far now, love. You can leave me on the steps of the temple if you want. The rest shall come naturally.
I'm not leaving you to bleed out or be taken by wolves. If your god lover cannot join you in birth, then I will guide your child out.
I doubt he will. I ran after our little encounter. Thank you, love. You have been kinder to me than my own kin.
You gonna poop out that baby?
Yeah.
Why are you so slow?
Pregnant. It's also frowning.
I mean, yeah,
That's like, okay, thanks, Kathy.
Is this where you wanted to go? She said steps to the temple.
We've made it to the shrine. Do you think the otherworldly father will be able to find us?
I wasn't impregnated by a god, just an ordinary man as bored as me. Doubt they want anything to do with this child.
I see. Then we shall focus on the child instead. Breathe deeply and try to relax. This will take time. I will build a tent. You did a great job. A healthy baby girl. Just hear that cry. Warrior's lungs.
A girl? I have no knowledge of warriors or what to name them. How about your name, then? Little Eivor.
Ermina? I've been looking everywhere. Brand told me you'd run off, and I worried the worst. Is that...
This is your god lover? I expected more.
God lover? Should I take that as a compliment on my prowess, or an insult to my name?
Go, mock us. Our families would never approve the union. And if you're to have any reputation, you will forget me.
I think I get to stay in that. I care not about status, and if all we have together is some hut in the woods, then so be it.
A hut in the woods does sound fit for a witch and her babe.
What is this? There was a cliff behind me. How did you do that? He appeared what? Through the ether. Ergo, he is magical. Alright, sit down, Eivor. That looks weird. Looks like you're pooping on your horse. Rule number 1 of owning a horse. Do not poop directly on it. Hey, none of that. This is probably witch stuff. I don't know which stuff. That was dumb. Was there a cave down there?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Are you walking now?
Yeah, always.
Holy crap, there is a cave. Man, Cappy Smirt.
Observant.
No,
No.
Nope, Smirt.
No. Observant.
Smirt.
By Odin, the Neething curse is lifted.
is located where the Afon and the Thames River meet. Oh, that's right. They're all called Thames, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. You're correct. The Thames and the Thames River meet.
Best not to draw attention here.
And they form a butt. The river butt. I gotta have the key. Oh, he's out. Hey, buddy. Hey, puppy. Oh, it's a pig? Oh yeah, it is a pig.
But it's cuter that you called it a puppy.
Hey, puppy! That's totally a pig. Oh.
Decapitation for you.
I don't think so. I think we're just chilling. Doing pig stuff.
Doing pig stuff. Pop goes the weasel. Where'd the door go?
I think it's more here. It's right there.
I see one!
Yeah.
Thames Riches. I like to wait a minute. That was the fire breather. One of them. Holy! Yeah. Oh wait, was that guy the treasure?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the big boy.
Okay. Huh? All right. I feel like there's gonna be a mission here. This place is really detailed. For a standard bandit camp. Hi. I'm sure I'll be back. He sure did. I was quivering in my... Hold on. I was quivering in my boots.
I'll feel... Oh, finish you.
Oh, fuck you, you grunting lump.
That way.
Yep, me too. Oh my god, will you hit the guy? Jeebus. There we go, got it. Yeah, it was being difficult, man. That game was not cooperating. Bye, I'm leaving.
I must be careful now.
Oh, I came back to the other camp area. Alright, I'll just run through here again, no big deal. People are mostly dead anyway. It's just like the... I didn't want to do anything in there, but the guy got in my way, so he gets stabbed.
Well, if you run by me to aggro you, and
Yeah.
this is the best way.
Come on, kitty. Come on, kitty fight. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him alone. He's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't saying it as in like...
No. Yeah, no, I knew you weren't. You were just like, he's just chilling on his butt.
Yeah, he's like, eh.
He's got a square butt. A downer? A bureau. Itchy nose.
The other side must be barred.
I saw it. I saw the way. In this room.
Thank you. Oh.
Easy now. Something is not right.
Thank you, Eivor. Nice. Forgive my spirited tone, but this evacuation order from Magister Vitus in Londinium seems premature and cowardly. For over 3 centuries, the Hidden Ones have worked in the shadows of this empire to protect its subjects from the worst abuses of numberless Caesars and their petulant whims. Yet now, the empire recedes, and our protections begin to bear fruit. We are told to abandon our post? Madness. Have all our efforts come to nothing? Will our noble sisterhood let these violent but few voices who oppose our presence sing loudest? We must be better than this. I am sure you will agree. Your friend and sister in shadows, Magister Maya. This one was, at least, yeah. This is probably an all-female... What was this building called? Bureau. Yeah, an all-female bureau. Oh. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
There's another treasure down there. Go that way.
Smells like a trap.
If I light these, it'll keep the ship from coming back. Isn't it? That is awesome. was stinky in there. Kitty fight? Give me a kitty fight. I'm gonna beat up that Mumer. I'm gonna beat him up, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Yeah, she saw me coming up, she's like, I'm out.
Must be blocked from the other side.
3 piggies today, 5 piggies tomorrow. So many lost little piggies, juicy and fat, I'll feast for days. Will she feast for crows? Oh my god.
What is it you want? Who are you? Poison. I need to get out of here. I will kill you for that. Have you nothing to say?
Crazy bitch. She was eating long pig.
Yeah.
That's why she was calling them piggies. Gruesome collection. Ew. There's a bunch of scroats.
Cool.
Big gulps, huh? Alright, see you later.
Now this time don't immediately interact with it.
Yes. Agreed.
More
Fish! Oh.
Some of these you may not get because there's a couple of them that need fish. Isn't there?
Yeah, I think that's the third one that
And
needs
they only
fish.
need like 10. It's a
Yeah,
decent amount.
it's not like 3.
Gotta be fire around here somewhere.
Yeah, jars.
Yeah.
Or at least red mushrooms. Huh.
I was just gonna say what up there because there's orchards.
Oh, good point. I didn't think of that.
Nope, none. Sorry.
Oh, I don't care. I never would have looked up the torches. I would have just wandered off and went and got adrenaline, to be honest.
That's fair. And I mean, that would have been fine.
Yeah. Now we're getting at the city. Lick. Oh man, you're such a dork. I don't know when I got that point, but we're gonna assign it. Oh, nope, hop back for the water.
Maybe you got it when you killed the long pig eater.
Oh yeah. Alright, that's a good stopping point for tonight.